Hello, my name is Zanderg, and I am playing against Iras today. Hello. Okay, it needs some workshopping.
Yeah, we need some work. But hello and welcome
Hello!
to
A Book of Mormon interpretation of a C3 league match between
Yes.
Iras42 and Zanderg.
And I would like to talk to you about Dominion cards. Speaking of which,
Hello.
we have a board.
My name is Hireling. Yes, okay, sorry.
My name is Crystal Ball.
Flourishing Trade is the card, like the cost reduction and actions as buys, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
So what do you? Oh, well, maybe we should briefly mention. So I'm gonna call Xander Xander. Xander and Iris playing their their second and third matches of the season respectively. Iris currently at 3-9 and Xander at 5-1, I believe. So we can just double check that. Yes. Yep. And so Iris needing like a win pretty badly to try to get back into the just like the middle of the pack, and meanwhile Xander looking to compete for the top spot with NPMT,
who has started into the season extremely strong.
11-1.
Yeah. Iris is a common co-spectator that hangs around often, and Xander I have played for E-Champs a couple of seasons ago and was stomped. Okay, that's my, and you
I played them for D-Champs.
You played them, that's true.
The next season.
And then last season you were in the same division, right? Were you?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Maybe.
Anywho,
I don't think so.
I think, yeah, so this is our personal relationships with these players. Always very important to account. And well, there's no village.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
unless you want to
sad.
count Crystal Ball.
No. Well, maybe. Do I? I don't know.
Crystal Ball also gets around Warlord for what it's worth.
And there's also no trashing, so it's
Crystal Ball.
Okay. Okay. What do you mean Crystal Ball gets around?
It doesn't play cards from your
Warlord
hand.
is from your hand. Oh, so does that mean we want Crystal Balls?
I'm not crazy about that, right? From your hand, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, probably. It's not generally a very good card, but it's the only trashing, and it's the only village, and it gets around Warlord, so it's probably worth having. Kind of anti-synergizes with Hireling, although it synergizes with playing Hirelings, potentially.
So both have... No. What is the...
There is storerooms, you can like discard cards to play them with Crystal Ball, potentially. I guess.
So storeroom would be your terminal?
Possibly.
Huh. Not barge?
Like in theory, if you can draw a bunch of cards with Hireling and then
Archer?
storeroom them and then play a bunch of Crystal Balls to play those cards, I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That might be a little cumbersome, but you can gain more Hirelings with War Chest, and you can play them on the same turn with Crystal Ball.
Wow!
Just, you have a lot of cards to get through.
Value. Okay, so poets make sense if there's like cumbersome trashing because they will draw your starting cards.
Yep.
What's our vision for this? There's also Palace. I don't know if that is going to be relevant ever at all.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be at least a little bit relevant. It's going to be very hard to trash all your coppers.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it looks a little painful.
Oh, for sure. I'm surprised they didn't... Do they have another action down there? Otherwise, I would think that they would owl that. Maybe they wanted to have the ability to rotate, but then again, why would you rotate to Warlord now?
Yeah, I don't know.
They do have another Poet, but they just bought it, so it's not down there. What else would they have? They don't have... Do they have an Archer?
They do.
Oh, they do, but they just played it.
Yeah, it's not the Archer.
Yeah, why not owl that? I'm confused. Did they have another battle plan? Was that what it was?
I don't think so. Because both of them have archers and both of them have battle plans, and that's...
Well,
there's no other
they saw 2 battle plans here.
Oh no, you're right. It's 16 cards in the pile, right?
Yeah, but they saw 2 battle plans here. They saw 2 battle plans on turn 5, so they didn't have one left. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't owl there, but okay.
Yes.
Eventually somebody's gonna like hit 5, I guess.
One can but hope. So yeah, this I don't know, it just looks awkward.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, if you don't have the opportunity to get Warlord, I do actually think the first 5 should be Crystal Ball. It's only going to get harder over time to trash, for one thing.
Caravan Guard makes sense.
Yeah, it's fine to have a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Iris has a chance to hit 5 here.
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
If they draw Archer...
Not anymore. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Rotate?
Yeah, surely.
I would think so.
So sad times for Zander. But the good news is that Iris cannot rotate away from the Warlord, so...
Yeah, but if Iris gets another Warlord here, it's still, like, potentially awkward situation for Zander.
Is that possible? I
Sure.
didn't follow...
Well, it's possible now that they got Archer attacked, but...
They would need to draw...
I think they've seen...
Oh, I forgot about them. The Karangar coming into play.
Yeah. I mean, just play another Poet.
I think so, yeah.
I don't see any reason not to trigger the shuffle.
Yeah.
I guess they could be thinking about owling, but I wouldn't owl.
See, this is beautiful.
And then you get the Warlord down. Ooh.
Which means you...
Zander has an extra Poet now, too.
Yeah, and you will see the Archer again with battle plan, so that's beautiful. This is coming up nicely for Iris.
There's like... Just wondering, like... There's no world where you play battle plan before Poet, so just play your Poet. So... Do you rotate off of Warlord here as Zander, knowing that you can't get to Warlord anyway?
And we're under attack. Like, I was so confused why we didn't play the 3rd Poet, but we can't.
Right. Try to prevent the
3-1. Is that better than like your opponent having 2 and you having none? Is that what you wanted to say?
Well, oh, they did hit. Wait, how did they hit 5?
Well, because we're at Flourishing Trade, they only need to...
Oh, it activated! Okay. Yeah, no, it's probably better to... Well, I'm not actually sure. Like, ideally, you want to be able to have the option to take the 2 Warlords at once. That's how you solve the problem, but it's a really tough problem to actually solve.
Well, here, especially, you don't have...
Well, yeah, no, I meant for Zander. Well, you would with Flourishing Trade.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, no, because you never have excess actions.
I
mean, never,
but you can choose to play your terminal like or not play your terminal and take the +5 instead. Caravan Guard is Way of the Owl is clever. I like that.
True. Yeah, it's always nice that the client gives you the prompt and you're like, huh, actually, you know what? Yeah. Yes, I want.
Yeah, and it's like, it kind of helps you get around the Warlord restriction too, right? You could put 3 Caravan Guards in your deck, use the first one as Owl, and then the next 2 as regular Caravan Guards.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help you then on the following turn, but...
Yeah. Interesting. Why? Why Poet over a battle plan?
Why keep? Do you mean why keep battle plan over Poet?
Yeah.
Because battle plan is guaranteed to draw. With the Warlord in hand.
No, I mean, why didn't Iris...
Oh wait, it's not guaranteed to draw because you had the War. They could have discarded the Warlord.
No. They kept the Warlord. I was wondering why Zanderg
they kept the Warlord.
Discarded Poet over a battle plan.
That I have no idea. Okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Well, we have seen we see a war chest gain there, which is interesting to me. I guess you can always pick one of Hireling or Crystal Ball, so maybe one war chest is fine. I think I would have just gone straight for a Crystal Ball, but the thing is, like, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna potentially be hard to actually play Hirelings if you get those.
Things just look very sad for Xander right now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that only helps so much when, you're under Warlord attack, but it's better than the alternative, of course.
Yeah. So Xander probably is going to hold on to his Warlord and then is going to lose the battle plan.
I would assume so. Oh, Emporium, interesting. So this Crystal Ball is not doing anything right now.
Yep.
I feel like you could have just not played the Caravan Guard. Oh, they're taking the...
Why aren't we playing the Archer?
They're taking for the plus buy. I think that makes sense.
Oh, okay. To get 2 Emporia?
No, they can't get 2. But they can...
They can.
How? Oh, right, the discount. Okay, yeah. I guess you could do that. I was thinking...
Another Caravan Guard?
If I'm drawing this well, maybe I actually do want a War Chest as well now, so that I can gain with War Chest and then play with Crystal Ball, but...
I like that.
I don't love getting another Poet, though. Like... your opponent is gonna have the Warlord coming in, because they didn't have it this turn, the past turn.
Yep. It happened again. All of the thing was consumed, even though I just gave it away to be like, hey, have a sip. And then I'm so upset.
Communication breakdown, it's always the same.
Yeah, it's true. Well, refill?
Not now.
Why not now?
Important things are happening, like waiting for Xander to decide whether to play Archer or not. But it's not like you get value out of plus buy here. On 4 coins. So it seems pretty clear that you play the Archer.
Yeah. Yeah. And then as Iris, what do you keep? The Archer?
Poet. I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
I mean, you do have an extra Poet in there, but I'm still gonna keep the Poet.
Iris agrees.
Now, I would discard the Emporium. I think the way that you come back in this game is, Xander, is to have your opponent dud. That hand looks conceivably like it could dud. Especially, like, causing a dud going into the next turn, right? Where Iris has... Does Iris have 2 Warlords in play, or is one of those a Caravan Guard? Oh, okay.
One.
Well, that's... Well, on the one hand, it does not so bad for next turn, but on the other hand, obviously, let's draw now, so... All the more reason to think that they could dud.
A barge.
Okay, that really suggests that you need to be playing with Crystal Ball, like, so you can get it into play. I'm confused. Or get the Archer into play, like, whatever, however you want to do it. Well, there you go. Big old dud. You could owl the Archer to get your Crystal Ball. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't think it is.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Why not? You want to attack?
Yeah, and like, oh, I guess you do have enough money.
Yeah, you don't need to hit price points.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
And
better.
maybe you find another Warlord. That seems worth it to me.
Yeah, the odds of that are quite low, but.
And like the Archer attack is not as valuable because, I mean, it is always valuable, of course, but Xander has a Warlord coming in. I don't know. I'd have
another Crystal Ball.
Owled it.
I have to imagine this barge is for next turn.
Oh yeah. That would be wild.
What do you name here as Iris?
Crystal Ball?
I think it's either that or Hireling, but I'm not sure.
Is Hireling not too slow?
It might be, but like I think it's one of the things that can help, like it can at least potentially help Xander like
catch up,
yeah. It might be too slow to do it, but it's like one of the mechanisms. I mean, you kind of need both Hireling and Crystal Ball so that you can put stuff into play. But of course, I mean, if Xander wants both of them, you can get one of each. Sticks of gold. Okay, well, palace points.
Yeah. Ooh, double barge. Okay, but no crystal balls.
Yeah, that's weird to me. I think Did Xander just play? No, but Xander played Barge. Okay. But Xander's pretty far from triggering the shuffle to get back to Warlord.
Yep.
I think I would go ahead and play both Warlords here.
Yep. Agreed. Ooh.
Interesting. Unfortunate. I mean, you can owl it, I guess. Okay. I guess you can turn those actions into buys, but it doesn't like do anything to do so. Well, it does if you want a storeroom. Maybe you do. I guess Patrician. Oh, Patrician's pretty bad. It works well enough with Poet, I guess. Just like a card that you can draw with your Poets that doesn't hurt your deck, but
it's just a flourishing trait, kind of hurt Patrician.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how far we get.
I think I would have rather have just had the storeroom, I think, than the Poet. Like, you do have 2 crystal balls in the deck. You can potentially make use of that if you have a good turn.
Would you trigger the shuffle here?
Probably. I mean, you got 3 estates in hand. Good to make those miss the shuffle.
You can draw 3 more cards. 4. So maybe you do see your Warlord.
Possible.
That would be pretty nice. Ooh, no. Well,
no such luck.
No such luck. And then, yeah, play your Archer. Stuf.
They might be thinking about whether they want 3 buys over the 2 coins. I don't. Yeah, I don't think that's how I would approach this, but
yeah,
because getting 3 costs does not really seem appealing right now.
Yeah, exactly. The flourishing trait is.
Yeah, Patrician. I mean, Patrician is just like an empty cantrip that Poet can draw. That's really all that it does.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, maybe he plans on gaining golds and hirelings and provinces, but
well, I mean, provinces, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I'm Xander, I'm just going double Emporium here. I want to get the points while they're available.
Yep,
My opponent is ultimately going to have the better deck.
Yep.
So I want to, lock in like the sort of alternate advantage.
Okay, that makes sense too. You don't think so?
Not really. The game's not close enough to ending.
True. I mean, the poet pile is low, but yeah, it's difficult.
Nothing else is low.
Yep.
Yeah, I can get provinces later.
Maybe.
Emporiums are better in your deck now, and there's fewer of them.
So here, surely you don't play the Archer to have the plus buy?
Yeah, I would think. I would definitely think you hold off on that. I mean, if you can generate an action off of Crystal Ball, like flipping over an action card, maybe
there should be another battle plan down there.
But like, maybe you even want. No, you don't really need 3 buys. I mean, if there's just the one battle plan down there, you're certainly not guaranteed to see it. I mean, they have drawn almost all of their non-action cards.
There's another Patrician and a battle plan and a copper.
Yeah, so maybe.
So they're guaranteed another action.
Maybe you do play the Archer then.
And you're guaranteed to see that last copper too, right? So that's nice. Or you can trash it. I don't know what's better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you do play the archer if you're tracking and you know that, because then you're gonna get to 3 buys anyway. And then it's with 11 coins, 12 coins if you draw the copper, which you might only get to 2 buys. I guess it depends on, yeah, like what you, if you see one of the actions first. But either way, I think you play the archer.
Okay. I'm waiting for Iris to come to a conclusion, to a decision.
Yeah.
You're making us wait again, Iris.
Harsh.
I take it back.
I think I'm getting rid of the barge here. No? Okay.
Here we go.
Alright. Yeah, you just gotta play it. Gotta get that buy. Alright. So you only get 2 buys, but you can trash a copper.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Giving it over. I mean, it doesn't matter, but what?
Why?
Why do we not want to trash a copper? Or get it out of the way at the very least? Maybe we didn't track. No, you knew that you had a copper on top.
Yeah, you had to know. Iris, we have questions.
You can't want that copper in your deck. And you can't want it on top of your deck.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Questiones.
The reason I was concerned was because, like, I was like, I want to see the crystal ball played first, because, like, there are situations in which it, like, you want to have, you know, played the crystal balls earlier at the very least. I want to see the signal that they're, like, thinking about those interactions. So I guess I was right to be concerned.
Well, so Xander is going in on the pointses, the greenery.
Yeah.
And now has to decide, goes for another war chest. Interesting.
I guess the idea is that war chest can gain both territory and duchy, and you can't name both on the first war chest. But yeah, I feel like this should.
And I guess maybe at this point you
now
can
we're
also...
gonna trash copper.
Xander can get patricians now because he's got a territory that the patrician can draw.
That's true.
And a gold. And a province. Patrician is looking better and better.
Wait,
Xander.
How did oh, there was no terminal played there for Iris. Okay.
Yeah. And March time would be nice. Apropos of nothing.
Yeah.
Surely you March.
Yes. Definitely.
Are all the Emporia out?
I think so. Yeah, I think Iris just gained. Oh no, there's still one. Okay, never mind. They each have 2. I thought Iris had gained. I guess Iris took a province last turn. Oh, province patrician. Wait, when was... Oh, it was 2 turns ago that Iris bought 2 Emporiums. Okay. I guess I was just assuming that they were going to buy an Emporium last turn.
So where do the additional VP come from for Iris? Or Iris has 3 and Zander has 2? Where do the
states?
No, the VP
chips?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Because Palace doesn't...
No.
Palace just goes in, right?
Yeah, wait, what? Territory doesn't generate VP chips. Palace doesn't generate VP chips.
Much confused.
Wait, is it just an all Emporiums are gone? So is this display just showing you that Emporiums could still be in the pile if they...
Oh, it's just that they belong to the pile?
And that's different from the
clashes?
I don't like that decision. UI-wise. Oh, I see. There's no little number on it. But there's no number on Patrician either.
Okay, fine. So Emporiums...
That's extremely confusing.
Emporia are gone. Thank you. I mean, it's the only logical conclusion.
It is.
So, there's that. Piles are super low. All of a sudden. And it looks pretty good for Zander right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I think their deck is, like, their next shuffle is going to be awful. The one thing also is that Zander has not been gaining golds with these territories because there's no pile that's actually empty.
Yeah.
And like if they were, then they could like get some silvers for some palace points. That'd be nice. And they'd also have golds in their deck that they could use to like buy duchies or whatever, maybe even province. But as it is, I don't know. I could be wrong, and it will depend on how Iris plays it. But I feel like Zander should not, like Zander should have a pretty bad next shuffle, and Iris should be able to pass them up just by taking some more provinces.
Well, we'll see.
Not quite sure why we're not playing the archer here.
For
like, what? Wait, whoa! Wait, what? Why do we want buys? Why do we want to lower piles? What's going on? What? You should attack and buy a province, not poet territory. Lower both of the relevant piles. What? I mean, I guess I can understand wanting the territory for denial, but I don't know. It's still not worth as much as a province. No. I don't. I guess maybe the idea is like the deny the war chest gains. I don't know. That's just who feels. The poet, like why the poet?
Surely, Zander, you play the barge, and then like this looks really good right now. You can
played it for this turn,
but why?
Yeah, doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
Are you hoping to just pile?
Be duchy.
Can you pile here? Is this just piling?
No.
I guess you can. Yeah, why not?
Because you need 5 gains.
You have 5 gains. You have 2 war chests and 3 buys.
But you can name one of the relevant cards.
But it's 3 piles. Like this is it, right?
No.
Like you
yeah. Well, if Iris had not named duchy, then
still no. If you have 3 piles, Iris names patrician, you gain an archer. Iris names archer, you gain the poet, and you gain the rest. It's there. You can't.
Would they have had enough money?
They would, because it's so cheap.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, that was very impressive. I did not see this. I did not see this coming at all. Well done. Why?
I don't know. I feel like this was a misplay on Iris's part.
Can you refill it, please? It's like less than a minute. So, so there's patron. So that's nice. And the mouse is something. Is it a storeroom? And we have Architects Guild. I wonder if you can activate patron here. And maybe? Thank you. Is there a way to activate patron here?
Oh, sorcerer. Sure. Okay.
Edge case.
Storeroom again.
Storeroom, yeah. That's small.
So Berserker is a fancy cavalry. I mean, it can do more than just that, but nothing else. It is a fancy cavalry. Militia cavalry.
Wait, what? How? What?
Because it can gain experiments. And it's basically never going to stop gaining experiments.
You meant cavalry in a sense of it gains you horses,
yeah,
but not
or
in
slay.
the sense of it goes back to
or
the action phase.
Yeah, or slay. Well, on play.
Yeah.
No plus actions other than storing up tokens of patron. So you definitely want to open patron, I would think, because that's going to be... Yeah, okay, so they both do that. What do we get? Student versus raise.
Here we go.
I think I prefer the raise. Student pretty consistently feels bad to play with.
Yeah, I also find myself only like very rarely playing with student.
I mean, sometimes you got to do it.
Wizards in general.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do it, but it's pretty low tempo, and when you're trying to get to Berserker, I don't know, and playing student into Berserker also feels really bad. Oh, and there's bonfire too. I wasn't even thinking about bonfire. Yeah, student bad.
So, but here you choose student because of Architects Guild, or why?
Yeah. No, I think you skip student here. You bonfire your coppers, you raise your estates, maybe you raise some coppers too, and I think you never get student here.
I mean, Architects Guild is nice to gain. Oh no, wait, that's Crafters.
Guild. I was double checking that I hadn't forgotten. And yeah, Architects Guild is it's Haggler Guild.
Haggler, yeah.
Which is potentially pretty nice with Berserker. Like, you can do gain patron, gain experiment. There's also Horn, right? So you can do some stuff with that. But yeah, I think Iris is already like substantially ahead here.
Well,
and if they can find their Berserker and keep Xander from hitting 5 here, which they're very likely to, yes. So yeah, now that's pretty huge.
But we were thinking that Iris was far ahead last game too.
I think Iris was far ahead last game.
And then Xander turned it around.
Yes. Well, like I said, I think
with a little help.
I think Iris fumbled the ball there, but This is also nice because you can like you can use the berserker for your gains, and then you can bonfire your coppers, and
beautiful.
I mean, eventually you're gonna need some money because you're gonna want to buy like emissary and horn, but it's pretty much fine.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Xander should be doing here, to be honest. That's pretty good. You can get the berserker play, but okay, here I would not. Yeah, I would not bonfire.
Not trash. Yeah.
I want.
Could take the horn now.
I want a horn. Yeah, I want a horn. I think you're not guaranteed to draw, but whatever.
Would you get an emissary?
No.
No?
I mean, later, but not now.
Oh.
Oh, now I want the horn. Emissary later. You can gain emissary with horn.
Yeah, could gain sorcerer.
But
I would have preferred. I'd have preferred the horn.
Oh, I don't care about sorcerer.
No.
I want horn. That. Sorcerer is the other player has to guess. I don't know. This as payload goes, it's just so weak. Like I don't really understand. Like horn, I feel like horn is just doing so much for you. You can always like gain sorcerers off of horn if you want to. I mean, maybe the idea was that like Xander could rotate off of sorcerer, and so this is like your only chance. But I just don't care.
No,
I just don't think it's that good or important.
Like take a horn now, you can gain 2 5 cost next turn.
Yeah.
Which seems preferable.
Yeah, definitely.
And now, like, you bottom deck the sorcerer, so.
I mean, it's fine. Like, they'll probably give out a curse.
Oh, that's right. You don't have to. Yeah.
I just don't care that much about giving out a curse. Oh, they didn't even give out a curse. Yeah, this is just like a wasted turn, basically.
So gain the. Maybe they wanted to power up their horn. Which makes sense because like you couldn't have gotten you actually
experiments.
You actually couldn't have gotten 2 5 cost cards because in order to make the Horn of Plenty gain a 5 cost, you would have needed to play a raise, and that
that's fine.
Means like you trash a copper and then you can't buy 5.
Yeah, well, so what? Like you still get your 5, don't you?
So
like
sad. It's a sad situation.
Like you can still buy experiments.
Whoa! Turn 7, Xander hits 5.
There we go.
Whoop whoop whoop.
I mean, if I can gain the 5 with the horn, then I can buy like experiment or something. I don't really care that I mean, I do care that I couldn't get 2 5s, but it's not like a reason to delay horn, in my opinion. Like you're still better off.
I agree. No, I totally agree. Like that should have been horn. Yes.
This is a deny experiment game. Is it like you're only going to be able to realistically play 1 berserker? I mean, I guess you can gain a berserker and play it, but then at that point you could just gain the horns directly. Or, I mean, the experiments directly anyway. I don't know. I mean, I'm buying experiment here for sure, but in terms of, and I guess that is already experiment denial in the sense that there's only 1 left for Xander to gain. But I don't know that you're going to be able to sustainably gain enough experiments to lock your opponent out. You might if you can get the horns.
Well, with
get
the
enough
Berserker.
get enough horns. Berserker is only going to gain like 1 pair of experiments. So
yeah, exactly.
You need
so you can safely play. You can safely play like 4 experiments and gain them back. I think.
Yeah, but 4 isn't denying your opponent anything. You need at least 6 to be denying your opponent anything.
Well, the pile is going to be empty, right? So like you play 4 experiments, you can gain them back easy.
Yes.
And then if you have more horns, then you can play more experiments.
So you need to be able to draw that, which you probably can. I guess the question is, can you get to the point where you're doing more than just that, right? Where you're not just spinning your wheels, like you're not just regaining the experiments, you're actually making progress.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
The discard?
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. This is maximizing draw potential. They can keep an experiment and gain 2 sets of experiments and sort of deny the
pair.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, do you raise a copper? I think you do.
I think you don't.
Well, for like how badly do you want to buy another 5? Right, maybe. As opposed to just buying 2 more experiments.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
Like, I think I just buying experiments and then taking another horn.
Yeah. And then you just use the horn, like you use your buys and your berserker to drain the experiments.
Yeah.
And use the horns to buy the actual stuff.
At some point I do want to gain an emissary, but I can do that with horn, so I don't need to buy it.
Yep. I see the vision.
The awkward part is, how do you activate the emissary? I guess you can activate it every turn. Like, you can play berserker, play emissary when you have the experiments in your discard pile, draw the experiments, and then you get the action back, and then you can play your patron and you get the villager back.
I mean, at some point you will be attacked every turn.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So you don't even need to do that.
Yeah.
So okay. But you can do it.
That's true.
Which is
is that
good, because it means you can also use Architect's Guild to get more experiments.
Is Rive not reveal? Apparently not. Oh,
no, Raise just looks at because your opponent doesn't need to know.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So they're going to buy 2 more experiments here.
Are they?
Or are they just going to buy a 5? I mean, I guess they could buy another Berserker. I don't know.
Shouldn't they get a horn? Do you think it's more important for them to gain the experiments?
I don't know. It's rough.
It's very rough, yeah. It's hard out here.
Yeah. I just think the student
was a mistake.
Yeah. It was bad. And like, they still have a bunch of copper in their deck for all that as well. Because it's not actually fast copper trashing, even though it like wants to trash copper. Well, they go for Sorcerer. That seems strange to me.
Yep.
You could raise the raise here to draw that. Wait, what is that last card? Should be
a copper.
Yeah, so I guess you could just leave it. I don't know. I mean, I guess depending on how many experiments you're planning to gain, maybe it doesn't matter. You just go ahead and draw it.
Oh, that's a lot of experiments now.
Yeah.
And you can only gain 4.
You can gain all of them if you want to.
If you want to, that's true. But
I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea.
Oh, really? Just straight out be like...
Yeah, I mean, it's like what NPMT was saying. Like, maybe you're just denying denying the experiments.
So
you could also consider getting a second Berserker to gain a set of experiments. Which you can always raise.
Okay,
but they're not going to play the denial game at all.
No.
Oh, but Xander goes for Bonfire. I mean, I understand the impetus, but now Iris should really have the opportunity to deny. They've got an extra horn this turn. They do have to do the thing I was talking about to activate their emissary, but they can also like use Architect's Guild to gain a 5 that comes with experiments. They have to play Berserker and then play like to gain experiments, and then play emissary to trigger the shuffle, and then like they get the action back, and then
they get the villager.
They get they can play end the turn with patron to get the villager back.
The favors. That's it.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Although right now
they would need to trash.
They would need to raise the raise, which is one of the downsides to having not gotten more experiments. Like, it wasn't just to deny the experiments that you want them. It's also like you make sure you draw. Oh, I guess you can play the patron. Wait, does that work? I guess that works.
Work for what?
Order. Yeah, I guess it's fine.
It shouldn't make
no, wait,
difference.
no, this is not fine. No, this is not fine. You, like, unless you're stopping here, which maybe they are. Yeah, raise the Berserker would have also worked.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was talking about, I mean, it wouldn't work for activating Emissary, but it would work for, just for continuing your turn. I think I would have just raised the raise.
So you think, like, if we had played the raise first and all of that stuff first, we could have saved a villager? Is that what you're saying?
Well, what I'm saying now is if they continue their turn, they will not have a villager next turn. So this was not good order if they want to play Emissary. If they don't play Emissary, then it's fine. Don't play raise. And they're not going to play raise if they're stopping here because they want 3 to buy experiment. Okay, so they are just stopping here. Okay. And maybe that's fine. Like, you don't need... Although, another horn is... Like, you really... Okay. They did at least gain more experiments. I don't know. I'm worried about their ability to draw, but we'll see.
Is this gonna be a horn mega turn provinces, or?
Well, it's gonna be hard to get. It's actually gonna be hard to get 8 uniques.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. What are they like? You have 1 copper in your deck that you can keep around. You have the sorcerer. You have patron, berserker, emissary. Say horn.
Raise.
So yeah, raise is a little tricky. That can work. And then maybe you get like a silver or gold Lich Megaturn. I mean, honestly, maybe. Lich would certainly help on the Megaturn turn, right? Like that. I was thinking about that. Like the thing for Iris is he doesn't have the ability to get to Lich by himself unless he takes a bunch of sorcerers, which he could do, but it's like then you're kind of giving up the experiment control. So
yeah.
I mean, I guess you could just whittle away at the sorcerer pile. There's probably no harm in that. Like, this turn, you buy experiment, you gain experiment once off of horn, and then you gain...
3 more horns.
I was gonna say you gain 1 sort. Well, actually, you could gain a Lich this turn. A sorcerer and there's 2 sorcerers and a Lich.
And you can raise sorcerers.
Yeah, you can also raise Lich, and it comes back. Although you get a card out of the trash, but you can get a raise out of the trash, which is not a bad card to put back in your deck. So, like, having 1 Lich in your deck right now is fine.
You could also
they don't have enough horns yet, but they don't have enough draw to add much more.
We're at 6 unique, so we only need to add 2 more to pull off the horn megaton.
And one of them is Raise and the other one's Lich. Essentially.
Right. And you just like raise an experiment or raise a sorcerer.
Raise the Lich. And then play it later in the turn.
But like you don't. I mean, I don't play often with Lich, but I thought like, how does the Lich come back from the trash?
It just does. Like it's when you gain this, discard it and gain a cheaper card from the trash. I mean, if you need the draw from the Lich, then it doesn't help. But if you don't need the draw from the Lich, it would work. The problem now is they're gaining like way more horns than they're going to be able to draw. Like way more. This is not going to work.
It's just they don't have the uniques.
Yeah, what they might be planning to do is like either pile on like duchies or maybe even over 2 turns.
The thing is, you're not gonna pile because you will spend your experiments.
True. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, there's raises are kind of low. Like I don't know. I don't think this works. I don't think it. You do eventually want these other horns,
actually,
but I don't think you wanted
like
them now.
Xander, Iris should not have tried to guess correctly, just to gain a curse to be able to play the raise. To raise a curse, have 1 more unique. I think that would have been the play.
Possibly. I really doubt that there's a pile out.
Yeah, just because of the experiments. That's not...
You're gonna have to, because you have to regain the experiments. But over a couple turns, maybe. I think that Iris should not have gained more horns, or maybe at most 1 more horn. But I think if you're gonna go for it, like
maybe there's a pile out, like not with experiment, but with horn, curse, and raise. But that still means you need a province.
You also need like more sorcerers to give out more curses. Sorcerer, like, you can't give out more than 1 curse anyway.
No. I mean, like you gain. Iris has 7 horns, right? Does Xander have?
Berserker pile out. Oh, right, that could
work.
That could work. If you can gain enough berserkers that you can gain the experiments and the races. Yeah. The problem is you're not going to draw like enough of your horns. Although actually,
and
they
kind of did.
Architects
Guild, so you do have.
They kind of did draw enough horns.
Oh, they got a gold. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, but now you don't have anything to raise. So that's still.
Yeah, they needed to like raise experiment or something.
But
or
is it still here?
Berserker for something, raise to draw the something like a silver.
I think with the Architects Guild, it might be here. And PMTCs tell us.
Well, they can do the Berserker thing and gain 7 Berserkers, which gain 4 experiments and then 3 raises, and then they can buy 1 raise, and then the other horn. Or sorry, no, that doesn't quite work. Way of the Mouse. Okay. Way of the Mouse, yeah, you can Way of the Mouse with the raise to get a buy, and then you can buy 2 raises.
But doesn't that work like this now because you have the Berserker that can gain a raise? And then
the Berserker can gain
this Berserker gains a raise, and then you buy 7 Berserkers that buy 4 experiments and 3 raises, and then you this, and then you buy the last of experiment or raise or whatever. So this is here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that they were able to draw all 7 of those horns with... How many experiments did they play this turn?
8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I mean, I guess they were just fortunate not to draw too many horns before they saw all their experiments.
Yeah, so this is super safe. If we gain the Berserkers.
You don't actually need to do out Berserkers, probably? Because you can just gain horns. in experiments instead?
No, you do, because you only have 2 buys.
Yeah, but you have 9 gains and
Oh
no, like you.
No, you need like you have 7 horns. That's 3 and 3. Like that's 3 horns, 3 experiments, and 1 raise, and you only had 2 buys, so that was not it. Like I think the only line would have been Berserkers. I don't think the buys and money were there for not going Berserkers. Okay. Well executed from Iris.
Yeah.
And we think that Xander should not have bothered with the student.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was the difference maker. Like, you had the Berserker Cascade, like, off of the fact that Iris hit 5, which technically wasn't because of student versus raise, because Iris just hit it on, like, patron 3 copper, I think. Patron 3 copper estate. But raise obviously is better than student at, like, not getting in the way of that happening.
Yeah.
So... I mean, raise is not like a good card at hitting 5 by any means, but it's better than student for sure.
Okay.
Well, eventually we will play another game. Or, well, we won't, but
maybe
the players will.
We could sing a song.
Uh-huh.
No?
What song?
A song. What was the song that we both know? There were so little. Probably just 2. I don't know.
2 songs. 1, 2 songs to sing before you. That's what I said.
That's the one song that I don't know.
Wait, really? Oh.
I mean, I know it, but I can't. I don't know the lyrics. How long will I slide?
Yeah.
Separate my side. I don't believe it's been. Slit my throat, it's all I ever heard your voice through a photograph. I thought it up and brought up the past.
Once you go, you can never go back. I gotta take it on the other side.
I think we're amazing.
Well, is there like a...
I mean,
I guess we can safely assume that... Actually, maybe I can't assume that. Maybe I should do the log out, log in thing again.
Are there writing?
Yeah, this is the other thing I was gonna check. Doesn't look like there's anything going on in Discord about it.
Centuries are what it meant to me. Cemetery where I made a scene. Stranger things can never change my mind. I gotta take it on the other side. Take it on the other side. Take it on. Take it on. How long will I slide? Oh, we got a disappearing... Wait, now Iris is here. Xander has disappeared. Switcheroo. Xander has his own table now. Hello.
Very confusing.
My name is Iras42. And I am here to play the Zanderg. Hello.
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 I wonder if they're communicating about this or not.
But
oh, I can see your message now.
Xander, Iris is not there. He's not here. You're talking to us. Oh no. Wait, what? It says Iris is a spec.
Yeah, at the other table.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Now Xander's here.
This is so confusing.
This is extremely confusing.
Oh no. Okay.
Well.
Okay, we found it. We're at the correct table.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
That's unclear to me at this stage of the proceedings.
Maybe that's what DZ always talks about with, it took me 5 hours to get to this table or something.
I'm gonna refresh and see what happens.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Alright, well... I mean, they've still got randomized player order on, so, like, something is going on.
If someone is in the game already, like, if the game is going on, please let us know.
Spectating sucks, why do you even try? I mean, I don't... That is not generally the case. It's just been, like, since these client issues recently.
No one forces you to be here, DZ.
That's true. But...
Hello.
Breakfast?
No, I mean, you're very welcome to, like, spec this game with us, but you're bringing a little of negative energy.
Bringing down the vibes. Oh, yeah. I don't have a good way to tell them don't worry about this, but this happened. I saw this happen yesterday, and it's not really a big deal. I'm just gonna ping them.
The new you.
Well,
I love this.
I mean, they say that, but it, yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. Oh, maybe it's all.
I love
it's all
this,
coming together.
like, existential, like, not crisis, but like, I like the philosophical nature of this. Like, I should be here. We can never be sure completely.
Good news for them trying to figure out starting players. It doesn't matter because it's game 3.
Ooh. And you can just decide this because you're the rules chair.
No, I mean, like...
No, I know what you mean.
According to the rules, there is an answer to who should be starting player, but it also, if they get it wrong, it doesn't matter, so long as they alternate the rest of the way.
NPMT is... as a table editor now. NPMT, it's in your power.
Well, that just means they should leave and create a new table.
It's true. Well, I think you should exercise that right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. No. If you leave, then like my castle, like it just goes down. It doesn't go up. It doesn't go up. Yeah.
What? No, just create a new table. Ah!
Well, NPMT, you have to stay now to change player order. Sorry about that. Ooh. Yeah, you did it. The problem is that the players cannot see you, although you could turn on the spec chat and let them know, and then turn it off again.
That's a good idea, actually. All right. There we go.
Yeah. This is my table now. Well, we're having fun with the server.
No, I can't turn on spec chat.
Oh.
Does she mean turn off? Oh, make herself a player. Stuff. Fix it.
Staff. Help. Help. Oh my god.
Just make a new table, you guys.
NPMT is trapped.
All right. We're going places, and
I will say
now
this
Xander is not on.
This is entertaining.
Do that. Now Xander isn't showing up anymore. Oh, there they are.
I think he just left and like logged in and out.
Ooh.
Okay, let's try this one more time. One more time. We're gonna celebrate. Nope.
I'm vaguely aware of this song.
You just got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance for free. One more time. You just got me feeling so free.
Dance for free. I hate it when I have to pay to dance.
I think that's why most people don't dance.
Yeah, because of the
They're
fees.
too stingy.
Because of the fees. Yeah, that's understandable. The dancing guild does keep it pretty expensive.
Did you know that in Germany there is actually like a dance prohibition on Good Friday?
No.
Because we're not Christian at all.
But there's a in the cheese shop Monty Python sketch, the cheese shop has a license for public dancing.
It's a board.
Amazing. Dominion is happening.
Oh, hello. Can you click on capitalism for me, please?
Minion Mystic Storeroom.
Okay.
Mystic Storeroom, the best kind of storeroom.
Yeah, I love the Mystic Storerooms.
All right, so that's actually like possibly relevant, believe it or not. Because like I don't see any trashing, but you can still do like minion-y draw to X stuff with capitalism, where you get your coppers out of your hand, and then you cycle with minion or with storeroom. So I actually think, like, it's remarkable to me, like how good everybody thought, like myself included, everybody thought capitalism was when it was like first revealed, and like how irrelevant it usually is. But
it's just very swingy.
I would say that it is usually ignorable, like
Interesting.
more than 50% of the time ignorable.
Okay.
But yeah, like here I absolutely want capitalism.
Gondola. Why?
Why not? I mean, if you're gonna open with silver, you might as well open with gondola.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna set the house on fire again.
Is GZ even here?
I don't know. I was wondering whether you go for storeroom in the opening or not, like, because you can sheep it. I think yeah, exactly. I think I would have gone storeroom. I don't think I like the black cat. I could see wanting to play with black cat at some point, but I don't know. Mostly, I just want all the capitalism synergy stuff early on here.
And then this is minion.
Yes.
And then we just try to do minion. A minion.
Yeah. Iris should be cycling here through the last two cards and can hit 5 because they've got their gondola down there. And I think for Xander, I think this should probably just go ahead and be a storeroom.
Are we playing this turn? I thought we were sheeping it.
You can still hit 5 because there's a gondola down there. So you cycle 2 cards. I think I like the clean shuffle, but yeah, it's a fair point, Steph.
Can Steph hear you?
I don't know. Is there anybody out there? If Steph is not listening, that's incredible. I'm gonna assume that he is listening based on that, but if not, that's amazing. I'm not gonna check though. I think it's more fun for it to remain a mystery.
Okay, for us.
Yes, exactly.
And no one else.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I mean, if they want the mystery solved, no. Mm-hmm. But for anybody who watches on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. They'll never know.
Our extensive.
All right, capitalism already.
YouTube audience, yes.
I'm not totally sure that was necessary, but it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Since they found the minion, which they did have a 5 and 7 chance to do, that is pretty good. So you can play the coppers first. All that good stuff.
Oh, and they're gonna lose. Oh, are you attacking here? Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, Zanderg already has 2 black cats.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about these black cats. It just seems anti-synergistic to me. I guess you can always gondola them, but... Like, in the late game, they do have the potential to do some damage. Sheep them now and swap them later. Yeah, I was thinking about swap. Swap still has the problem that if you draw it during your buy phase, it doesn't do anything. But maybe that's still fine. I mean, you don't have to immediately go into your buy phase. Like, you can play some minions cycling in your action phase. Interesting.
I thought we wanted all the minions. What is the...
I think I would have preferred a minion over the storeroom, yeah, but...
Like, that's Iras' second storeroom.
I mean, I do want storerooms. Like, storerooms are good, but...
Does that include mystics? Or is it just minions and storerooms?
Mystics are fine, but I would never take one over minion. Well, I would not trigger a shuffle here. You just discarded... I mean, I guess 2 coppers on top of your deck? I guess maybe that's not any worse than what you have. Oh, no, but you'd be discarding estates, and yeah, don't discard. Okay.
Oh, okay, so that's the vision. It's like we...
What? What are you requesting an undo for there?
They might have...
Oh, maybe they clicked end
actions, yeah.
That's probably what they did. It's like, no, you cannot use capitalism to play Black Cat as Way of the Sheep, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe that's why... I was thinking about that earlier, too. Like... about how nice it would be if you could do that. Way of the Sheep would just make everything, every action capitalized, but no, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. I don't know why you would do it this way, though. Why not, like, just sheep the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should still start with Way of the Sheep, for sure. And the cat, and then... Yeah, I'm confused. They just needed to not click end actions first, is all.
So, to me, it makes total sense that that doesn't work with Way of the Sheep. Like, I would not have thought that it would, but would it work with Chameleon? Is that, like, say you have Oh no, never mind. No, yeah, chameleon. Duh. Yeah, yeah.
Capitalism only applies to actions with
their
plus mounts
texts,
in,
okay.
in their text.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it. Yeah, that's which is why it has the little preview thing, like to tell you. So like it
And
doesn't
it's not
work
even
with.
it's not even just the coins, right? It has to be plus coin.
Yes.
I don't know if that's relevant, but
It probably isn't on some card.
I mean, for Way of the Sheep, for example, right?
Like it probably doesn't. If you had like a poorhouse like or a souk like effect, but that didn't give you the coins to start with, all it did was subtract coins conditionally, then it wouldn't trigger. I don't know that there is any such effect, but anyway.
I think this is beautiful. I understand it now. I don't think I could have like executed this myself.
Well, I think
I understand the vision now.
Yeah. Try to top deck minion by discarding. I guess. I mean, the thing with is like, I guess it depends on how likely you think your opponent is to play minion. If your opponent's going to play minion anyway, it's like, why bother? But if they're not, then yeah. I assume this is just going to be. Oh, interesting. Okay. They had a risk there of not finding the storeroom, but I guess it's fine. Like, it's probably a risk worth taking. Like, you're not really making your turn any worse if you don't do that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, this once again, this looks like pretty one for Iris. Although the greening phase could get pretty awkward.
So do you think that's because Xander opened cat?
I think that's part of the reason, yes.
Cats?
Yeah. Yeah. The fact that Iris had the storerooms in their deck like sooner. Does Iris even does Xander even have any storerooms?
Yeah. At
They've
least
won?
Well, one probably.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks sad.
So sad.
It's a sad situation.
Don't discard the copper plate. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Yeah, you want to reduce the number of cards that you're putting into your discard pile. For sure.
Ooh. Isn't this risky business? Oh no, we have another minion? No, that's...
It's still a little awkward if your opponent doesn't actually play a minion when it sure doesn't look like they're going to.
Yeah, I mean, I think Iris has a storeroom.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Okay, so maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. But yeah, no, I think Steph is correct. Like, that it in general, like you want to discard the estates, but other than that, you basically don't want to actually discard much of anything else with the storerooms than the estates, unless if you have a minion in hand, I should say. Like if you don't, then you want to find the minion, and that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know about that province. 3 mystics now. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like I think you just keep building and you delay your greening as long as possible. Your opponent's deck is worse. They're not going to be able to, like, when they decide to green, they're not going to be able to gain as much green. You don't want the green in your deck, and you don't want the curses either. You don't also want to give them the opportunity to draw with the cat, so that's not as big of a deal. But yeah, they're doing the same thing here. Should have played for 3 pile. Yeah, that's kind of my feeling. Is like you delay greening as long as possible. Presumably you won't actually 3 pile because your opponent will green at some point to prevent it. But then you should still have an advantage. Like your deck's going to be way better. You're going to be able to get more green. You know, you can get it all. Potentially, you can get it all at once and still 3 pile, or at the very least, like make it increasingly less likely that you trigger the black cats, and you can take more green at once because you have a better deck with more money in it. Blah blah blah.
Yep. How weird do you think it is that the gondola art is like a gondola like far away from
land.
Land.
Yeah, it's not like in a canal or something. It's just like out somewhere. It's a little odd. Yeah.
I still like it better than the ships. All the ships. Ah. Anywho,
Okay, please don't discard these coppers.
I can definitely like sympathize with Iris there because I tend to do the same. I mean, obviously, like I'm not playing like on the same level, but usually if I like see a board and I'm like, I'm supposed to do this, this, and this, and then I I got all the parts together, and then I'm like in the mid game, I'm like, okay, now what? And I've got my engine together, so I guess I can start greening now.
Yeah. I get the impulse there, but you also want to think about like how bad is it for my deck to add green cards, and the answer is it's pretty bad. Like,
yeah.
I think I want to next turn this gondola and just take like double mystic or something. I doubt that's what they're gonna do, but or you could also next turn both of them and go like Mystic Storeroom or something.
Or just a province.
Yeah, I mean that's more what I'm expecting. But yeah. There's also farm, but you know, with your opponent having black cats, I'm not like excited like getting farm, but at least it like synergizes with your deck better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, chuck these black cats with the storeroom.
Yep. But chuck them now or for money?
Oh, well, okay, that was weird. I guess didn't matter, but yeah, now I would have said now just because like if you draw coppers, you can play the coppers before you play your minion, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing more of your deck should generally be better there.
Okay, what's the hold up?
Well, Xander doesn't have to worry about black cats, so
I might be thinking, I don't know, get a mistake or get another storeroom. Oh,
double farm. Okay.
Fascinating.
Oof. Bad turn coming in for Xander. That's one of the reasons I really like having all these storerooms in the deck. It's just like being able to find a minion. So nice. And a pretty good turn for Iris. Please don't trigger that shuffle. It would have been more stylish to sheep the minion, I think.
Uh-oh. Should I get a cat? A cat?
I think it hurts more than it helps. Like, the odds that you get to react it are so low.
Yeah.
And otherwise, it's just a dead card in your deck.
Yeah.
this should just be a storeroom for Xander. I mean, I guess I could see the argument for Cat from their perspective of like, well, I can chain a bunch of them together and give out a bunch of curses. Maybe that makes a difference, but I mean, it probably doesn't matter one way or another. But oh, I guess they right. They haven't actually played the gondola for coins. They could choose to get a 5, but Duchy is not exactly exciting. I don't really like the extra cycling there. I don't think that does too much when you already have a minion in hand.
You would have sheeped the storm?
No, I would have played this first storeroom normally, but just discarded the curse. And then, like, as it happens, because they drew another store, they had another storeroom on top. Maybe that was the first card, but if it wasn't, then they play the minion, they discard, they draw a new set of cards, and now they can storeroom to discard to try to find another minion if they don't find another minion, which they didn't. So,
so once again, it looks like Iris is ahead, and Xander has to pull something amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't really think they've got much of a shot. It's a big hole to climb out of with the worst deck.
Are you gonna farmland a black cat into a gondola to sheep the black cat?
You could.
And buy a province.
Well, no. I mean, you can't. Oh, right. Gondola's right away. Yeah. That works. That's stylish. I mean, it also loses to your opponent buying one province, so there's that. But
yeah,
but it is stylish.
And style is important.
It is important.
Or just gain 2 farms.
Yeah.
Okay, can Iris take the win here?
I think they're fine to just take a province here. I would just play. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like
I would do exactly what they just did.
Yes, but if you could double.
If you could, then you would.
Yes.
Well, yeah, of course.
So like,
wait, what are they?
Or do you think like you would have stopped there?
Oh, they just want to discard the black cat. Okay.
And just single province, or what are you saying?
No, since you have the money to province, you might as well like see if you can double. But whatever, take this for next turn. Okay, I don't know why we're taking it for this turn.
Gain another cat?
Gain an estate? Like what?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fine. And they got attacked. Yeah. That helps too.
Yeah. Friendly.
But I mean,
friendly attack.
Taking an estate there over next turn in coins is pretty weird, but it wasn't likely to matter. One dead turn would still not let Xander catch up. Xander's hurting for plus buy too, on top of everything else. Like, just doesn't have the gains to get enough green cards.
Yep. Should you discard for cards here or for money?
Well, potentially both, but I was gonna say like you discard the. Okay, that's win.
Here we go. Okay, Iris takes 3rd win. Win in game 3. 2nd win.
Yes.
For Iris. And we're heading into game 4.
Yeah, pretty convincing win. I don't think the opening entirely explains that, because I don't think there was that big of a difference, but
Between the Black Cat and the Storeroom?
Yeah, I mean, I think like it was better to open with Storeroom, but at the beginning of the game, I don't think it makes that big of a difference because you're mostly playing the Storeroom as sheep anyway.
There's so many. Look at this kingdom, please. So many fun cards. I love rice. Is rice good here? 1, 2, 3. Wait. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Well, that's not very likely.
Action, night duration, treasure attack. Surely you play for rebuild here.
I love
bold
rice.
Statements
because of
coming
WoW?
in. Bold statements coming in.
It's no villages day today.
I mean, I see Souk on the board, so I don't know about rebuild.
Gardens is very good here.
That's what I've heard.
Gardens, like, you should definitely, like, this is a gardens board. Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, no, I do not think rice is good here.
But rice.
You have to like have a raider in play to like really get value out of it.
Yes.
Raider is awful.
Yes. I just love rice so much. Okay, fine. So NPMT wants to see rebuild.
I mean, I could see that working out. I just neither of them. Oh no, sorry, we haven't seen Xander opener.
Xander buy a scrap.
Yeah. Well, that I was looking at Iris and I was like, oh, not opening scrap like on wall board. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That does suggest
that they want to go.
They want to go for rebuild. Yeah, I think. I mean, it could be that they just want to hit 5 and get Souk and trash. Scrap is definitely not as good for that purpose. No, it's true. Rebuild and Souk can play nicely together. Yeah.
Yes. Mika senses the vision.
Right.
Have your opinions on artists changed much since we did the previews?
I don't. I mean, only in the sense that like a lot of other people have been like, artist is great, and I'm like, well, okay. I mean, they've probably played with it more than I have, but
have you played with it at all?
A bit. I certainly don't think it's good here.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I wasn't talking about.
But I mean, this is the sort of board where people are gonna like not pay attention to the fact that artist was on the board and it was bad, and then like when they're talking about how great artist is, like nobody is going to think about this kind of board. But like, whatever.
And you take that into consideration with all of the cards.
I mean, I try to. It's hard.
Yeah.
All right, so Xander also did not open scrap, but does pick one up after that. And Iris goes for a second silver, and then a rebuild. So Iris is, I think, is just train. On the rebuild train.
Who got the Souk? Okay.
Yeah, trashing one estate. If you're gonna get one, wait, rice? What?
Okay,
rice
I'm rooting for Zander now.
So bad.
No, I think Zander knows what's up.
Ooh, draws the Souk.
Beautiful.
It's big. But why are we not trashing more cards with Souk? We're
Beautiful.
Gonna get. Oh my god.
Yes, I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
I wanted to know how rebuild would fare, but now we won't know because Xander is playing this nonsense.
Beautiful. Don't listen to my co-commentator.
Oh my god.
You are amazing. I love it.
No, this is one scrap plus one Souk trash is not going to be enough to get this done.
Yes. I believe in the Raider Rice.
Like, what is Rice even doing that's so exciting anyway?
It gives you 5 money and a buy.
So what?
Money! That means you can trash all your coppers.
Like you can just play You play
It'll
some...
help you so much in this wall kingdom.
How is Rice helping you trash coffers?
No, race helps you with your economy after you've trashed all your coppers.
Yeah, and how is that? Oh my god, they bought an artist. What is happening?
I mean, obviously, like...
I'm... Okay.
Of course they are.
Confused.
You're such a hater.
That's a good silver
Did
there.
you see that rice?
That was a good silver.
Beautiful.
What a silver. Amazing. Incredible silver. Oh, look at this artist. So good.
Beautiful. Value.
Oh my god. I'm dying over here.
Xander, don't take the hate. I think it's beautiful. I support you and your strategy.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's perfect.
Okay, maybe they're just going for the Raider artist synergy. You have the duration card in play. Oh, they didn't see the artist. Rip. Or the rice.
Or the rice.
What a shocker. Ay. Balls were put to faces.
Over here, that's certainly true.
Oh, man.
Would you say it's more like the palm that goes to the face or the face that goes to the palm? I feel like it's more the face that goes to the palm.
It's a little bit of both. I really would have liked to see what MPMT was talking about, like the rebuild suit combo, because of the fact that, like, getting, the fact that suit can trash some coppers out of your deck, and then, like, that rebuild can decrease your hand size before you play Sook. Those both seem very nice, and you can use that to get more rebuilds and duchies and possibly provinces and that good stuff.
So we need more raiders, and yeah.
I mean, I guess you do if this is what you're going for. This is not really the time you want to buy another raider, is it though? Like, you want to buy it like the turn you play the first one? Although it's not like you're drawing your deck or anything. Are we buying another Sook here? Is that why we're not playing these coppers? I mean, you still play one more of them without risk. I mean, you have a scrap in your deck. I almost wonder if you're just supposed to just trash copper with the Sook. And especially if you're going to buy another scrap. So Iris now has 2 duchies and 2 estates, I guess. But that doesn't make sense. They just gained 2 duchies.
Can you look at the trash, please?
7 estates, of which...
Oh, they bought estate.
They bought an estate. Okay. Wait, how do they only have 8 points? That's what I was trying to figure out. Oh, wall. Right, okay. So they have, they have 4 duchies. They have 4 duchies. And then some minus points from wall. Which is, I mean, that is going to be, like, they have gotten no trashing. So they are going to be hit harder by wall, at least for the time being, than Xander will.
Look at those beautiful rice, please.
Oh. And also the artist that was just a lab.
Zander is right now. Yay. Double raider.
Duchy shouldn't empty. Yeah, there's not particular reason for that to happen. I mean, I guess if Iris decided to just mill duchies instead of milling provinces, but I don't know that there's any reason you would do that.
I mean, when you see that your opponent doesn't
Well, but what I mean
doesn't
is
contest you.
But yeah, but you might as well go up to province and then mill rather than like milling
Sure.
at the touchy level.
That makes sense.
Don't buy a state. Agreed, Steph. Agreed.
And he didn't, so all good. Look at that rice. Beautiful. Much value.
Oh, man. -1 copper. What does that mean?
I don't know. What do you mean, NPMD?
Is it like because the raider means that they didn't hit 5 or something like that? Oh. Oh. Right.
Chance. Hi, Chance.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. You should play. You should play League. Hello.
Oh, the artist is gonna draw cards.
Yeah.
Although it can't draw like.
Hopefully the right.
You can scrap the Souk if you want it to draw 4 card or the raider, but otherwise it's only gonna draw 3.
Wow.
Wow, should we be insulted?
No, because we're not self-commentating. Well, some of us are.
You self-commentated.
Yeah.
Alright, we did scrap the Souk to maximize artist value.
We're gonna see
no!
our rice! We're gonna
well,
see our
doesn't
rice!
matter. It doesn't even matter.
Yes!
I'm too stable. Okay. I guess I'll take that as a compliment.
Wait, where's the... We have to draw... Okay. Ooh. There is the rice. Amazing. Are you ready for the 5 money rice?
Offsetting the 1 coin Souk.
How does it feel?
It feels like losing. Oh, we gotta. Wait, what do you? Oh no, it's fine. Okay.
This is fine.
But we gotta buy another Souk. That's what's going on here to get rid of more coppers.
We're not gonna make it.
Oh, or maybe are they trying to raider attack to not have them hit copper as well? Maybe. Yeah.
Well, you're definitely gonna play the raider. But how about Souk rice?
Well, I'm just wondering if the reason they're not going to play these 4 coppers isn't just because they're going to trash, but also because they're going to.
Oh, so that
they're gonna,
Iris has to.
Yeah, has to discard a poacher.
Yeah. I like it. Gain another rice, please.
I mean, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I still am expecting another Souk here to trash 2 coppers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And another scrap. Right.
I am very ready for Zanderg to win. I don't know if they are, but I am. It's coming. I can feel it.
Do not buy silver, please.
Any turn now.
Or state or anything. I guess scrap wouldn't necessarily be terrible, but probably still terrible for Iris. There is seize the day.
Yeah, exactly. Can Xander pull off double province, seize the day, double province?
Yeah, maybe.
I am rooting for it. I want it very much. I want it now. I want it all.
That would be impressive.
I don't know if it's actually like if it's in the cards, but with 2 rice, that's 10 money. You need 20 money. You also have 2 Souks.
But you can't play them both.
Cannot play both.
And also one of them just got trashed. And also
that's true. That's true. Wall is a problem.
Yeah, and also like what was I gonna say? The Sooks are gonna be worth like very little money anyway.
I mean, enough to get you to 20. Maybe. It's gonna be worth 2 here with a copper. That's 10, and then 20 with the rice. So you can get to 20, but yeah, wall is a problem.
I'm not actually sure that scrapping scrap over Sook is correct here. Like if Sook is worth 1 coin, it would be worth 2 coins if you played it right now. But if it's worth 1 coin and you draw a card with scrap, like and get another horse and all that, that might actually be better.
But you kind of have to go for it now, right? Because
yes, you definitely have to go for it. The question is like, would you rather have the Sook in your deck or another scrap? Like scraps will help you like trash down to like deal with the wall points. I mean, as it is, I still think they probably can't do it because they just don't like have the capability to. Like adding 12 points is not enough. They need to add 12 points and trash multiple cards, or get like province, duchy, and still trash some cards. Oh, I guess the horses go away. Okay, I wasn't factoring that in.
But like here, you have to trash the raider that comes with like with 2 cards.
With 2 cards that you did.
Yeah. So yeah, but I thoroughly enjoyed the vision. I am.
We're trashing silver first.
I'm absolutely here for it.
Yeah, see, this is where I feel like the Sook that's still in the deck is worse than the scrap, because you could, if you can get back around, then you could scrap horse or silver for, you know, like coin buy card or coin action coin card or whatever, you know, like to get another point. Okay. But as it is, they didn't even see the artist, so.
So that's 21.
If this draw was any better, it would win. Would it?
I think
would they have had the $2 more is the question.
Well, there was a Sook in there.
Yes, but how many cards did they have in hand? They had 5 cards in hand.
Yeah.
After playing that last scrap. So if they'd had like... And if they had drawn Sook instead of rice, then they wouldn't have had the rice. Like what do they... If they draw... True. Like I guess if they draw Sook instead of province like earlier in the turn.
They have artist on there. Artist, Sook, and what is the other card?
Another copper.
Yeah, so copper would have not worked.
Yeah, Sook would have...
Artist would have not worked.
Sook over province, would that give them 2 coins?
Only Sook would have worked, right?
Yeah, and I agree with what MPMT said. Iris delayed C's too much. I mean, they couldn't...
I mean, arguably they didn't, because like...
If they had been
Zanderg
able to...
cannot win, but...
Yeah, but it was too close. If Iris had 4 coins last turn and seized, it would have just been over.
Yeah.
But they didn't have 4 coins.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there has to have been a point, and I wasn't tracking this carefully, but there has to have been a point where they should have seized earlier, because it doesn't really matter that much. Like past a certain point, like their ability to buy like another 5 or something like that is not very important. We could look at what their buys were.
I think it's important that you concede right now that the Rice Raider deck was competitive.
I mean, I still think that the rebuild should have played with a Sook, so... Okay, they bought nothing on their last 2 turns. On their last 3 turns. And then 4 turns ago, they bought an estate.
The deadline is...
5 turns ago, they bought an estate.
I think September 6th or something? He definitely did, Oscar. I'm right there with you. Definitely won my heart. I don't think that's Sharur for my mystery co-commentator.
It's such a mystery.
So mystery.
So,
it's over.
So actually, I don't think Iris did fail to seize at the right time. I think Iris just got really unlucky with his draws.
Don't buy anything, right? Why did we?
Was that? I think that Gardens was neutral.
1 point.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it 1 point?
It was
okay.
1 point. Yes.
Well.
Cool.
Yeah, if Iris had seen, like, Iris went like 4 turns in a row without even hitting 4 coins, like, which is pretty unlikely, but more likely than it would have been if Iris had had a souk.
All right.
Did Iris? Oh, Iris named Copper. Why did Iris not name Gardens? That was dangerous, wasn't it?
It wasn't.
How was it not dangerous?
Oh, because you can turn Gardens into a thing.
Yeah, that was dangerous.
But I'm like.
John there were 2 rebuilds.
Yeah, it was fine.
All right, fine.
So, Iris, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you except you.
I wasn't.
I know. But definitely, yeah, wanted the Rice Raider thing, and Iris takes the third win in a row, so has tied the match already, and now this is Zander's lose.
Yes, I don't know what's gonna happen with this mess now.
This looks like the same.
It does look like the same table. But
time for singing.
And setting the Play's house on fire again.
There's a murder on the dance floor. You better not kill the groove, DJ. Gonna burn this goddamn house right down. I know about your mind. I don't actually know the lyrics.
That does make it harder.
But you know the song?
No.
You don't?
Not really. No.
Fascinating. Is that maybe like a... Is that a song that didn't make it over the ocean?
I have no idea.
Across the ocean? If you think you're getting away, boy, no. Hear me when I say, I will prove you wrong.
My hit song lies over the ocean. My hit song lies over the sea.
My hit song lies over the ocean.
Oh, bring back my hit song to me, to me.
Bring back, oh,
bring back my hit song to me, to me. Bring back, oh, bring back my table to me.
My friends, all of my friends. None of my friends are online.
Go.
Oh.
All right, well, I don't see... Oh, maybe we should check the Shuffle It client thing. Log back out and log back in. Okay, well, I had done that before and it did seem to work, but of course, I don't know if other people are doing it is the problem.
I mean, I've been telling you to do that all week. I don't know.
No, you've been telling me to refresh. Different. Whoa!
Oh, no! Huh! Okay.
All right, we're here.
Naked Kingdom.
Oh, not quite. There's Ghost and Imp.
So naked.
Okay.
Okay, well, we have a village and we have lackeys. So this is a break from
we have 2
tradition.
villages and lackeys.
Oh well, oh that's true.
Incredible. We don't have a whole lot in the way of draw. Well, there is Devil's Workshop, I guess,
at
in
least
addition
there's
to Apprentice.
someone with a good taste in music present. I do not know what EDM is.
Electronic Dance Musik.
Oh. But Murder on the Dance Floor, is there like an electro mix of that? Or why? I'm confused. Oh no.
Maybe it's just because EDM like is the type of genre where murders on the dance floor occur.
That makes sense. Okay. So there's Wats.
Yeah, there's Apprentice Rats.
There's Apprentice Wats.
That's, I feel like that doesn't actually usually work. Like, it's hard to have enough apprentices to deal with all the rats.
But Iris is going for it, and
both
Xander is going for it.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
So I was thinking, like, Apprentice Cemetery might be better because you only take so many cemeteries.
And also, like, with ghosts, that's pretty scary. Like, what if you hit rats? And there's also no fun, like, Squire. Like if you trash a Squire
to turn into, and there is like other draw, although it's not very strong draw. But well, Devil's Workshop, yeah, I don't know. I'm skeptical of the Rats plan, but we'll see how it goes.
Hear me when I say hi.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to play with Devil's Workshop.
There's murder on the dance floor. You better not kill the groove.
So is this basically saying that, like, even if somebody does die, don't, like, interrupt the event because we're having fun dancing?
See, I don't know. I need an English native to explain it to me, because I thought like murder, maybe it's a Britishism. Maybe murder on the dance floor just means you're like killing it on the dance floor, but not killing people on the dance floor. I don't know.
Well, but then why would you be worried about killing the groove?
I don't know. It's called wordplay. I'm sure you don't know about that.
I don't think that is wordplay, though. I mean, it is at some level, but not in the sense that you're suggesting. Like, if it's...
Well, if your song is like murder on the dance floor.
If you're like, you're crushing it out there, but don't kill the groove. It's like, that doesn't... Of course you're not going to kill the groove by doing a good job at dancing.
No, it's just because, like, you're in that, like, word family. Like, you entered it with murder, and then, like, you have to... Like, it makes sense to, like, throw a killing in there.
Yeah. And it's unsatisfactory.
I couldn't tell. Maybe you stopped listening to the radio at the time that this was on.
I mean, that would have been tough for me to do.
What do you mean?
Because I never started.
Yeah, but like... And like your parents didn't listen to contemporary...
Never.
Radio station. But in college, I mean, you picked up, like, you listened to...
I heard stuff and listened to stuff, like, found stuff later and stuff like that. Like, I don't know.
Like, you know Mr. Brightside.
Yes.
So...
I don't know why that's the go-to song for this, but yes. But I probably didn't know it in 2005. Or probably not even until, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't know it for like a solid decade, but maybe it was... I really have no idea when I first started that song, or first registered it. Okay.
Should we talk about the game? Probably. Yeah, I saw the music video. I'm going right back to not talking about it, sorry. I saw the music video recently because I sang the song for karaoke and played the music video, and in fact I don't know if she actually murders people, but it's a dance competition, and she makes it so that in the end it's only her and her partner who are left. Not much of a competition. It is in fact not a competition.
So are we getting Apprentice now? What? Okay, good. Yeah, lackeys, sure. Yeah, that sounds good. Although, we haven't gotten a Devil's Workshop, which annoys me, but we can't get one, so...
You are my squire, my 2+ spire.
Cost.
Ah. Okay. I don't know how, like, John's, what is the rest of, what are the rest of the lyrics? I only know these 2.
Yeah, Devil's Workshop is like super trivial to activate too because of rats.
Why 2 cost buyer? It's like a 2+ buyer. You get 2 buys.
Squire costs 2.
But it gets you 2 buys. See?
It's the lyrics are +2 buyer?
No, 2+ buyer, I think. I don't know.
That doesn't... but you wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
I have to look it back up.
Let me then register my preference for saying 2 cost buyer because it is in fact a 2 cost card. And that's a thing you can actually say. I definitely do know who the Backstreet Boys are.
You're just a naysayer right now.
I mean, I have opinions on lyrics. It's true. This ghost... like... what are the odds that you can avoid ghosting your rats?
I never wanna hear you say. Okay. I have closely followed this game. I can tell you that it is Zander's turn right now.
Yeah, I mean it's awkward. Like they're running into exactly the problem that I mentioned, like which is they have too many rats. They don't have enough apprentices. The ghost thing, like you mentioned, is going to be an issue. So they're probably just not going to play the ghost. Maybe they will. Maybe they're willing to ghost her rats. Like they need another apprentice. They still can't afford Devil's Workshop. It's just awkward. Like I don't like opening rats. I feel like even if you are going to get rats, you want to do it later so that you can like better manage the number of rats in your deck.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So does Iris still have 2 estates?
I guess so.
Where are we? Turns out, okay, fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, to be clear, I don't think Iris is any better off than Xander, like with respect to what I've been talking about. But, wait, why are we using a villager there when we already had an estate in hand? I mean, are you going to not play the rats? Well, Iris can get a Devil's Workshop. I mean, maybe it's just too late anyway, but they can do it here. They've got enough money.
I think what JC Thrust actually meant was that you don't know who the individual Backstreet Boys are. Like who comprises
that's certainly true.
I'm pretty sure that's what they meant.
That's certainly true. I mean, I might be able to name one Backstreet Boy if given some time to think about it.
Okay.
But I'm not going to focus on that right now. I'll just annoy you and say Justin Timberlake.
I mean, you're not annoying me personally, but...
Well, hopefully someone will be annoyed by this.
People are gonna, like, get their pitchforks. You would be. Has that ever come up for a Learned League or something?
No. Not that I can recall. It certainly could, though.
They should have a one day for boy bands or something.
Oh, if they did, I just wouldn't play it.
Yeah. Would you play one day for blues? But you did play the one day for John Lennon.
No, I didn't. It was too hard.
Okay.
If I think there was a Beatles one at some point that I did that was still pretty hard because it has to be because it's the Beatles. But John Lennon, no, I don't know anything about John Lennon's post Beatles career basically, other than like Imagine, like a few other things. Anyway. So what did they didn't actually? What did they actually get? Oh, Apprentice Abundance. Okay, so just another Abundance. Realize this is a colony game. Yeah.
Right there with you.
Yeah.
Is it going to be relevant?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like there should be time, but like then again, these decks aren't very strong, so like.
Yeah. So
I still think Devil's Workshop is like might have time to pay off. Nobody's even gotten a farmhands, but you know there are villages on like real villages on this board, non-stop card villages. So it's not like, oh, these imps, I'm not going to be able to play them or something. I think you can totally make it work.
It's like the long-term plan.
I guess you could just buy vaults too,
Yeah.
but
No.
Well, I mean, Devil's Workshop is way more efficient than buying vaults for sure.
But vault gives you money.
Only if you discard and
you discard all your rats.
Yeah. I mean, the rats pile is pretty low. If you get another apprentice here, then it's not gonna be that long until you don't have any rats left. Ghost rats as a village too. It is at that. It is at that.
Vault.
They didn't get another apprentice. That's a little surprising.
Vault.
I mean, yeah, I still want the Devil's Workshop. I wouldn't have taken the farmhands though. I would have just taken apprentice Devil's Workshop. Which is what I want to do for the past 2 turns. Oh, there it is!
Are you happy now?
Am I not entertained?
So Iris really doesn't want a ghost.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Well, if they're afraid of the ghosting rats. Oof.
I mean, in theory, you can draw...
Here we go.
Oh, okay, yeah. In theory, they have enough draw right now that they could draw through the rats and not have to worry about ghosting the rats, but I don't know if that's what their goal is, but... Alright. Apprentice, Devil's Workshop. Lackeys, yeah.
Let's go.
Nope, getting an abundance. Two abundances, wow. So much for...
I mean, piles are low.
Not ghosting rats, I guess. Oh yeah, if the rats run out, then you don't have to ghost them, I guess. You don't necessarily like count on your opponent to empty them, but maybe they will.
Beautiful.
And I guess if they run, like, then even if you ghost a rats, it's not as bad. I mean, I wouldn't be eager to play a rats here as Xander. I would just apprentice one. Although you're actually overdrawing at that point. Do they care about getting plus buy from Squire? Probably not. Yeah. I think take a silver off of Squire and then apprentice a rats seems good.
Don't you want the buys from Squire?
I don't think so. You have abundance. Maybe they only have one.
They only have one.
But how much money are they gonna have?
So. Well, okay, fine. Probably not to buy.
2 more buys.
4 buys, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Guess if you want to thin a copper and not have a rats. Oh, that you're risking ghosting. You want to play the rats now, so that you can draw the one you gain with apprentice. I don't know if they do want to trash a copper.
Or are you gonna draw the one?
Well, you play one rats now.
Yeah.
And then you trash another rats.
Well, you're not guaranteed to see the rats.
You would be, yeah, because the rats would draw a card, and then you'd add a card into your discard pile, and you'd still draw 5 cards, and that would include the rats you just gained.
You don't draw 5.
Yeah, you do.
Why?
Because rats draws a card when you trash it.
But you had 4. You had 5 cards. You had 4 in the discard, in the draw deck, and then 1.
Right, and you draw 5 cards when you trash your rats with apprentice.
But you add a rats.
Yeah, but you also draw a card with the rats that you play. So you still have, now you have 3 cards in your draw pile and 2 cards in your discard. You still have to draw through 5 cards.
But you can't.
Anyway, they didn't want to trash a copper. What do you mean you can't?
So you have 4 cards.
Yeah.
To draw and 1 in the discard.
Yeah.
You play your rats. That draws 1. So now you have 3 and 1.
3 and 2.
You add a rat, so now you have 3 and 2.
Right.
So those together are 5, right?
Yeah.
You have already played your rats to draw.
Yeah.
And now you trash.
Yeah.
With your apprentice.
Yeah.
A card.
You trash your rats and you draw 5 cards.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I forgot that you draw a card when you trash your rats. So. I know very well. Well, this was a platinum.
Ghosting a vault is fine, but you could have ghosted the imp anyway, so I'm not really sure why we particularly want vault here, but okay. Okay. We don't, apparently.
Can you just ghost your imp?
Yeah, Fisherman Platinum sounds good. Well, and then you would ghost either the imp or the Fisherman.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Lackeys is also fine. I think I prefer the Fisherman to get the extra payload. I don't think we particularly need the Villagers or the extra card of draw. But it was the imp that got ghosted. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Iris still doesn't have the Devil's Workshop, but they do have a bunch more abundances. So they could go, like, if they want a platinum, they can take any action card they want.
But maybe there's a...
This is getting...
risky.
A little. I don't know that Xander has the buys to empty abundances. I don't think they do. In fact, they only have the 2 buys plus the 2 from Squire, right? So they definitely don't. They definitely don't.
So Iris doesn't need to score here, is what you're saying? They don't take another abundance.
Sorry, what?
So you're saying they don't need to score?
They don't need to.
If they don't touch,
at least not
abundances.
Not for the reason of needing to defend against a pile out. Weird to take another apprentice though, and not be able to get the platinum. Like, they have all the buys. The platinum is going to do more work for them than it is for Xander, arguably. Yeah, well, yeah, so currently, Iris has exactly enough buys to pile So yeah, taking one more buys that you can threaten like colony plus pile out. I mean, not that they probably have the money for that, but still, there's still definitely some sense in that. Yeah, I would undo that apprentice. Well, I mean, abundance also does the trick.
But now you open up the pile out.
Yes, true.
Which is fine because you're a player too, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Or is it?
Are we farmhandsing or rats? Okay. Yeah, Xander does not have the ability to end the game on a win here. So yeah, no, it's safe in the immediate sense. I don't know if it's a good idea.
Like, no, because Zanderg can just probably like get to colony here.
Yeah, I think that the issue here is that Iris didn't add very much payload, and
yeah.
Like the farmhands that they gain doesn't really do anything for their deck over multiple turns. Like they don't really need the actions. Like what they need is more like, you know, ability to threaten either points or piles, and it doesn't really do advance that. And I don't think the apprentice particularly does either. I mean, it's like reliability. I don't know that the reliability is what they needed to be focusing on.
The apprentice to me seemed a little angsty.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be having financial troubles. And like the other thing that Xander has, in addition to having the platinum now, is that they also have the squire that can gain silvers. So if they like need extra money to hit like colony, double colony, whatever, like they have like a little bit of capability to do that mid-turn, where Iris does not.
So Xander right now looking for a way to, like, if there's a chance to pile, I assume, which there is, but not like you won't win.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're looking at that. But yeah, there's no way for them to do it for a win, but whatever. You just take buys with your squire. And
is it safe for Xander to colony abundance?
Hard to say. So Iris has 5 abundances, so 6 buys. I would say financial. It might be that Iris doesn't have the money to threaten. That's probably the case, right? So Iris has 5 abundances, so 15 coins from that plus 4 coppers is 19 coins. If they have to buy a colony, that's 11 coins, which leaves them with only 8. So yeah, actually, that does seem pretty safe.
Plus, like, you need to buy a squire. Like, that's another 2 coins. Or did you already like account for that?
What do you mean by a squire? Oh, you mean to trigger the +5? Yeah, that's also Well, no, you can play a rats. If rats aren't empty, you can play a rats to trigger. Oh no, wait, the timing is wrong. Yeah, the timing is wrong.
Can't.
Never mind. Yep. So yeah, I think Xander, actually, honestly, Xander could probably, could.
It looks good for Xander here.
Xander should safely be able to take 2 abundances if they want, and well, they can't afford it, but.
Oh, they can't even. Oh yeah, no, but.
And they can take Squire
colony abundance.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't actually. Well, okay, so Iris should be able to colony at least once, so. At least once, like, to at least gain a colony. But
well, they didn't take the abundance. Maybe like worried about the pile out unnecessarily.
And they didn't add a spy. So they did. Yeah,
they got the squire.
The squire, yeah.
More worried about dudding. I guess, I don't know, with 2 imps and 2... Wait, who is the third apprentice? Oh, it is... Oh, right, Iris just bought that. Okay. 2 imps, 2 apprentices, a whole bunch of lackeys. I don't know. I wouldn't probably be too concerned about that, but yeah. Obviously, they have enough stop cards that they could dud. I mean, I do think Xander has the advantage here, and it's probably fine for them to play it safe. Like, they don't need to win by pilot.
Oh, they do.
Gain an imp in turn.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason not to gain an imp, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, that was a quick. Oh, okay. I was like, that was a quick rats, but it was because of farmhands. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, now they're gonna have to trash one of their coins or a lackey's. Trashing lackeys is probably fine.
Yeah. They could even trash an apprentice, but they shouldn't.
No.
Okay, so that's all our money.
Mm-hmm.
20 money minus 2, 18. Ooh, we're going for it.
That
yeah. Doesn't seem.
I mean, granted, it would be relatively trivial, presumably, for Xander to empty the rats, like, without hurting their econ or their ability to pile, but I still don't see what the point is.
Like, you're helping your opponent.
Turning a rats into or the lackeys into a rats also just seems bad for you. I guess. Lackeys does not require that you line a thing up with another thing. You can just play it. I don't know. So presumably they are going to buy a squire here.
Could also buy a farmhand to set stuff aside. You're not gonna win this turn, so I don't think you actually like you don't really need the squire necessarily, unless you want to add silvers.
The question is, do you care about the differential in your money of 16 versus having 16 versus 18 coins? And I guess you probably don't. To take duchy here, you probably do.
Yeah.
Or wait, did? But Xander didn't actually. Oh, they got a squire, right? So Xander has. What? No, wait. Xander still doesn't have the gains to threaten a pile out, right? Oh no, because Xander has both squires. Xander has both squires. Yeah. That's right. I keep forgetting that Iris never actually got a squire.
One of my favorite cards is in Spec Check.
Grand Market.
Yay. Okay, so are we contemplating coppers?
I guess so. I mean, they do not have enough payload, like, right now, but buying coppers is sure a feels bad way to address that problem.
Yep.
Doesn't necessarily mean they shouldn't, but
all right. So Xander theoretically has 6 spies, so could gain 4 abundances duchy estate. Don't know if the money is there. Oh, and can't because we have to trigger the abundance.
Mm-hmm.
So should do for abundances province. Like has to.
It would be like Squire for abundances and province is the cheapest way, but do they have the money for that? I doubt it.
I don't know.
That's 26 money? Yeah, I really doubt that they have that much. And they can't, if they're using Squires for buys, they can't gain silvers either.
Yep. So, not over.
No.
Is there another way? Probably not.
I mean, I think, you know, if Xander can take another colony, and then just like add some more payload, yeah, basically what Jons is saying.
Jons.
Which means they don't necessarily need to take the Squires for buys this turn. And they could, if they wanted to, they could add... they could potentially grab another silver. I don't know if that's... You know, they could also trash a copper and add a silver, depending on how they want to balance that out.
Wait, haven't they played their... Oh. Like, there's an imp in that deck. Do we know how cards are ordered in your hand?
It's not just in the order that you drew them, right? Because it's like clumped by type.
And it's not alphabetically. Like it is action, treasure, knight, VP.
Yeah, well there's also some like maybe some typing going on with the fact that abundance is a duration and ghost is a duration, and that's why they're to the right of Devil's Workshop and the other treasures. And
I could see that.
And then the treasures are like ordered by cost, and the actions are ordered by cost. But then within the cost grouping, Squire and Blackies doesn't like seems pretty arbitrary. I actually wish they were. It was like I could see. When I draw multiple cards, sometimes I'm wanting to know what order I drew those cards in, just for curiosity's sake or whatever, and I can't necessarily tell because like they come into my hand and it's like, oh, did I actually have that card on top of my deck? Well, now I can't tell.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Even not just for curiosity's sake, but like if I was tracking my deck and I'm like, this is what I think the last card of my deck is, and then I draw 4 cards. It's like, was that the last card or was it after the shuffle? And if I were playing IRL, I would know. Yep, okay, so there's the silver as mentioned. Are we playing this other Squire? I would think so.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it costs a villager, but yeah, it is unfortunate that the imp was so far down in the shuffle. Otherwise, this process would not cost a villager, because you could have drawn. Like, you could have played Squire off of Imp and saved an action.
Yep, so economy-wise, we're definitely very far away from winning. But, yeah, I think, like, on set, just
Max, they
maximize points.
22 coins this turn, but only with the 2 buys, including the abundance. Yeah, or... That would be if you like gained a silver and drew it. Oh wait, yeah. That's accounting for the abundance coins. Obviously, that wouldn't be useful. So with 20 coins, you get 9 coins to spend after you take a colony. So you could take a fisherman, which is just some free econ. You could consider a vault. I mean, so Johnson's suggesting gold, but like vault is gonna have some stuff to discard.
Yep.
Although if you ghost it, not so much, but like ghosting draw isn't bad. And you still might get some stuff that you can discard. Farmhand's Vault Colony. Hmm. And then you can...
You either ghost the farmhands or the vault.
Well, you're gonna have, at a minimum, you're gonna be able to discard 2 colonies with your vault if you draw your deck first. Which, I mean, obviously you won't necessarily, but you can also discard the Devil's Workshop.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the point might be of the Apprentice will potentially trash that over rats. I mean, you wouldn't choose to, but it could happen.
But then you can discard the rats.
True.
So Apprentice is gonna just like trash 2 of these cards, but you also add.
Yeah, Fisherman. If you're gonna take a Fisherman, you want to take that first.
And you
I guess they're not.
Oh, they're not. That's
No.
farmhands. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they go for a duchy. Interesting. I wonder why.
Also, like, why not Abundance? Abundance must be safe there.
Well, yeah, I don't understand the duchy. Like, you're not adding any payload this way. And, like, why do you need those 3 points? Are you worried that your opponent is going to get colony and empty? Like, they can't do that. You know they can't do that.
Yeah, which is why I would have taken an Abundance. But, I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I do... The farmhands, like, I mean, you are continuing to add imps to your deck, so I can see the farmhands, but I think Vault has got to be better than Duchy there.
Fail to see the Apprentice.
The Apprentice...
Yeah, that's rough.
Duchy here, or Ghost?
Colony, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how... I guess the problem is if you don't at least tie your... Wait, what? We're not trying to continue our turn?
No, there's still... Yeah, I think that was fine.
I don't know. Now all Xander needs is 4 abundances and an estate.
Yeah, there was no... Like, there's one more abundance, but that's bottom decked.
I think you had
You saw 4 of your... Like, that would just have been one more abundance.
Well...
Okay, so...
I don't know, I guess because Xander bought a duchy, I think that Iris kind of also needed a duchy. And I didn't count to see whether they could have gotten a duchy there, but this was clearly not going to work.
And a squire. So.
All right.
All right. Xander back on the board. Heading into the last game. I hope everyone is staying hydrated.
This match is brought to you by water.
Oh no. Why? I don't like this.
Your favorite art? You seem to have a stronger reaction to art from Rising Sun than from other sets.
It's possible, yeah. I don't know. I very passionately hate Enlightenment. Like the art. I'm also not a fan of the Foresight art, but just because I think it's scary, Enlightenment is just insulting. Anywho.
Landing Party Enlightenment.
Ooh,
yeah, that is pretty good.
Beautiful.
That is pretty good.
There's also Aristocrat on this board. May I draw your attention to?
All right, I'm gonna do my best to avoid talking about aristocrat for the next 10 minutes. So,
why?
Cultist is still probably worth getting, even though you have like a fairly strong Trasher in River Shrine. There's also Quartermaster, which like can gain those landing parties.
Yeah. So you open River Shrine Silver?
Yeah.
River Shrine Vassal?
Yeah, and I think Silver with Enlightenment. With Enlightenment, I think like Vassal is or Silver is like a better card than it would otherwise be, and it's already like arguably better than Vassal. Like, well, I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to worry about colliding with River Shrine, and it's going to be a while before Vassal is. If it ever gets to that point where Vassal is like reliably finding action cards. Well, I guess once Enlightenment's active, it will. Like Vassal will be good, just like straight good. But River Shrine Foresight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, I kind of forgot what Foresight does, but yes. Yes, I think that's actually. Yeah, that probably is just better than getting a silver. Yeah, no, I like this play from Iris. What is
but like Foresight triggers, right? You cannot like you can't top deck the thing that you gain from River Shrine.
No, but you're gonna discard your 5-card hand here, so you're just gonna skip it to get back to your River Shrine faster. So I like that a lot.
Gotcha.
Well, that's not what we did.
Okay.
Wait, and we bought a Vassal like over just gaining it with River Shrine. Not a fan.
Oh, and now Zanderg can Foresight and gain a landing party or something. Beautiful. Foresight there, Quartermaster. What?
Well, just draw it anyway. No problem. Although you drew it with 2 other actions, so.
Well, I got. Yeah. Okay.
Throne Room. Seems a little early for Throne Room over Landing Party.
Maybe you're gonna Foresight.
Why does that matter? Like, the point being that, like, what are you throning in Iris's deck?
Your River Shrine.
I guess?
You double it, you
can only trash 3 cards at that point.
You can gain 2 4-costs that could be 2 landing parties, and you activate Enlightenment, the ugliest card in Dominion.
Yeah, I guess you do get to gain the 2 cards, but I don't know. You might also have Terminal Collision again. Iris bought a Moneylender.
Yep.
On board with Enlightenment. That's surprising.
I feel like Johnson's making fun of me.
I think so.
I don't appreciate it. You're very rude. I'll have you know.
All right. Well, so we've got 1 Quartermaster in play. Do we get another one, or do we? Oh, Charm. Okay, that was not.
Charm makes sense.
Over Cultist?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, I think so. I mean, you'll be drawing around to everything. You'll hit 5, and you can get Quartermaster and Cultist. Yeah, we're not sure.
I don't know what you mean by we're drawing around to everything. Oh, they had a landing party on the Quartermaster. Okay.
Enlightenment is gonna activate them.
Well, it wouldn't have if they didn't have the landing party to pull off. I didn't realize they had the landing party on their thing to grab.
Yep.
Why indeed do we have a moneylender? I agree.
But are they going to gain?
I would.
Or going to get a threat?
I would not.
So have the 10 minutes gone by?
Nope.
In 20 minutes are the
to
10
be
minutes.
clear, although to be clear, what I was saying was not I will try to avoid there being any discussion of aristocrat for the next 10 minutes. What I meant was I will try to avoid the discussion being nothing but aristocrat for the next 10 minutes. Because I feel like that's the precedent.
That's so rude. I don't know what you mean.
It's also just not a good card here. Yep, the classic clown mistake, as I was about to say. That's what I did in my match too. Most recently.
Yep.
Enlightenment active. It's just difficult.
It's difficult. Vassal. Charm.
Yeah, I guess these decks are probably controlled enough that you don't really need
Look at
Cultist,
this
but...
Enlightened landing party. The current score is 3-2 for Iris. If you're in voice chat, and if you're not, then
too bad.
Too bad.
Then you've made a grave mistake. I don't even like want to trash these cards with River Shrine now because I want to have something that I can use to activate my landing parties.
Yeah.
Need to make sure I have all the coppers.
Yeah. Agreed.
All the coppers.
Agreed.
2 more charms.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
You want to play that Ruined Library or do you want to trash it?
Do you want to play the Moneylender?
Yeah. Apparently the answer was play it.
I mean, was there a way to trash?
Yeah, you draw it with the copper and then you trash Ruined Library
right.
Moneylender.
Oh, trash the Moneylender, I see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just trash. Like, River Shrine doesn't require that you trash 2 cards.
No, I know. But, like, if you had played the copper, you could.
Right. Which seems fine.
Not to Iris.
Apparently not. Vessel. Yeah, I think Xander's ahead. I mean, they got the Quartermaster.
Yeah.
And I think they're like the not getting the Moneylender is better.
Yeah, I agree because you don't want to play your charm to get the landing party back at the beginning of your turn.
You do not.
It's not great.
Yeah. Yep. And Xander has more gains. They have the Junker. Like, I don't really know what we would say Iris's advantage at this point is. I think they just don't have any advantages. Oh, player 1. Okay, fair enough. That's a lot of charms. A lot of charms.
A vessel?
Throne room?
A throne room?
Landing party?
You're gonna have 3 landing. for your next turn.
Yeah. You know what's better than 3 landing parties?
4 landing parties.
10 landing parties. But 4 landing parties is also better.
Wow.
It's true. Yeah, sad charm. Sad, sad charm.
Sad. Sad, sad situation. And now you don't have anything to trash with moneylender.
Yeah, well, fortunately you can just trash the moneylender.
What is that last card? Is that a charm?
I don't think so. It might just be a copper, or...
No, not a copper.
You sure?
Yeah.
A land party. Ruin. Oh, yeah, it is probably a ruin, isn't it? Let's check the trash, but they've only trashed 1, I think. Yep, that's a ruin. So, Iris in for the early greening.
Iris is panicking. I mean,
well, or just thinking that like maybe the differential in their decks is not enough for Xander to outpace. Like, if Xander's deck may be better, but maybe Iris is figuring, well, it's not so much better. That...
Shouldn't they have drawn a card with the Ruin library? Like, drawn that Ruin and then trash moneylender and whatever ruin.
Yeah, probably. Yes, definitely.
The abandoned mine.
But yeah, I think if like, there's a world where the differential in their deck quality is small enough that Iris, by virtue of greening first, like, gets you know, and maintains the advantage and just closes it out. I don't expect that to be the case.
Yeah.
To be clear, like, I think that's almost certainly not the case.
Yep.
Xander has way too many charms, way too many gains for me to think that that's going to be how it plays out. And if nothing else, like, Xander could always like start gaining estates with their quartermaster. So that's
why are we thinking it's like we don't want to sacrifice a charm here?
You don't need to. You just play a copper.
Sure, but you want to then gain landing party.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, the top card of the deck might also be copper. Like, you just play the copper. But
yeah,
it's
the quartermaster.
Yeah. It should be, which should be landing party. Yes, exactly. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot to consider here. You just slam landing parties.
Slam
with your quartermaster.
Slam. You got it. If you want to be my lover, gotta go with friends. Go with my friends.
Yeah, for some reason we took a vassal instead. I don't really understand, but like, I don't know. I guess the argument for vassal is that
you gotta be my friend.
Yeah, that's definitely not true. I guess the argument is that
please explain.
It's not the lyrics. Like, what needs explaining?
Explain why you are familiar with Spice Girls lyrics, but you're not familiar with who the Backstreet Boys are.
Because one of those things is significantly more accessible information than the other of those things. In any case...
Do you know who the Spice Girls are individually?
Yes, that's also way more memorable, though. Well, maybe I don't know every single one of them, but I know at least some of them.
Why?
Because it's more memorable. Like, it's not just, like... Okay,
Sorry, okay, I am distracting. I realize that.
So what I was trying to say is maybe a reason to take Vassal off of Quartermaster, if you really think you need the payload, is that... I
know, I'm being too kind, right? I should not...
Is that you can gain 4s with your charms. Hush Spice and Allspice.
Allspice was my favorite Spice Girl. I mostly identify with her.
Well, I know there was Posh Spice is a real one, and Scary and Baby, and Sporty, and also there's Mel B and Mel C, but I don't know which ones those map to.
Well, the last one. Don't look at it.
Oh, too late.
No. Okay.
Ginger, how
original?
Physical attribute focused.
It's Sporty Spice, is not.
No, I don't think so. Sporty's more like a style.
Oh, is it?
Or a lifestyle, or depending. It's either a lifestyle, like, you know, your athletic kind of, or your like how you dress or carry yourself or whatever.
Is Baby Spice a lifestyle?
I don't know why. I assume she's just the youngest.
Slam your body down and wind it all
That's a lot of duchies.
Or something.
Did we need to do this?
I don't think so.
I feel like we did not need to do this.
No. But like...
And I feel like if we were going to do it, we should have taken a landing party.
It's conceivable that you can pile next turn. So.
What's better than one duchy? It's true. 7 duchies. Yeah, I'm sure like that's possible. I just like it really increases the dud chances, especially since we took vassal over landing party. And to what end I'm not really sure, because we didn't need to go for this particular pile out this hard. Like we just gained like you could have just taken some of the charms for buys, right? If you didn't want to gain like 1,000,000 5s, 1,000,000 cultists or whatever.
No, I think this makes sense. You gain a vessel with your quartermaster, and then I'm sure you hit 11.
11?
Mm.
Why 11?
Duchy 2 vessels.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't be so sure. You just added 7 duchies to your deck. I mean, they probably will as it happens, right? Because they drew some coppers and they can top deck the landing parties, but
you don't even need 11 necessarily.
If anything,
if you hit enough
silver
charms, then you can gain the ruins.
Well, yeah, but you still have to draw that stuff and not the duchies. Wouldn't silver have been better so that you could like make sure that you get all your landing parties back? Like make sure you have a treasure in your starting hand.
This will be fine.
It will, but it could have not been. That's my point.
You're so negative.
Well, 7's a lot of duchies. You could just wait until you can actually empty the duchies, right? Like, what's the urgency?
Yeah. It's true.
Yes, it is in hand already.
Yep. What? What are we doing?
We are ending the game. Probably.
Yeah. All right. So.
But we are not doing it by emptying the ruins. Oh, no, wait, sorry. We're not doing it by emptying the duchies.
Yeah,
okay.
The duchies. There wasn't money for duchies. Okay.
There was definitely money for duchies.
No, there wasn't. You see, they had 3 coins left.
Yeah, but they didn't have to buy the vassals. They could have bought ruins and duchy.
Oh, you're right. All right. Well, Xander came through in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed focused, stayed in there, and
unlike the commentary team,
speak for yourself. Tied the match. You're so rude. I was so focused.
Mm-hmm.
These whole 3 hours.
Focused on slamming your body down in one color.
It's what I do as allspice. Well, thanks everyone for staying with us for such a long time.
Yeah.
Suffering through our commentary. And yeah, congrats to both players for playing a very focused game.
Yeah. So we have Iris now sitting at 6-12 on the season, and Xander sitting at 8-4. So I know MPMT was saying, "Oh, it was great for my promotion chances if Xander loses this match," but I still think this outcome was pretty good for MPMT. Like 11-1 is like a significant gap over 8-4.
Yeah.
Although they have like yet to play each other, so but I mean, I think NPMT just looks all the more poised to promote. Cause this is a double promotion division, so you don't even
C.
This
is C.
Oh,
it's
this
not
is C.
Double promo.
Whoops. Okay, my bad.
Promo.
My bad. You're right. It's C. Okay, never mind. Well, then that's then NPMT is looking strong. I mean, Xander definitely still has a chance. Like if they win heavily in their match against NPMT, but that's probably what it will require. Meanwhile, Iris is still going to have some work to do to be able to avoid
6-12 does not sound correct.
Well, they were 3-9 before.
Oh, because they have two matches. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, I think this goes to show, this was a close match, and
yes.
if I had to say who I thought played better on the whole, I would say Iris. So I think that that goes to show there's a big gap in their records, but it doesn't necessarily reflect a big skill gap. It's just that's just how the Dominion goes.
I think the Raider Rice strategy was my favorite, and I would have liked it to win. Anywho, thanks. Yeah, thank you all for joining us.
For tuning in.
Mates.
You can find Strumpf on Discord for feedback at Strumpf.
Yeah. See you all next time.
Yeah. The game has ended. Bye!